I want to just touch down on this point that I was talking about earlier about the permissions. You see, the thing with the Hebrew Israelite movement, the one thing that messes up them brothers and sisters there is that information like this exists. And what I want to do this evening is I want to read out the information so that all the house N-words know and understand that you're still under captivity when you're associating yourself as a Hebrew. Rights in the authorized version of the King James Bible in the United Kingdom are vested in the Crown and administered by the Crown's patentee, Cambridge University Press. Cambridge University Press. The reproduction by any means of the text of the King James Version is permitted to a maximum of 500 verses educational use, provided that the verses quoted neither amount to a complete book of the Bible nor represent 25% or more of the total text. This is a permission slip for a Hebrew Israelite, right? You're asking your master for permission in the 21st century. This is shameful information. Just shameful. And I always ask the Hebrew Israelites, why don't you guys have your own Bible by now? I mean, it's been 2,500 years. You would think that by now the Hebrew Israelite community would have their own, with torture by the British, breeding farms in Britain, taking children from their parents, just awful, awful things and awful actions and beast-like actions from the British Empire. So when you run to the British Empire for your said, let there be light. And it says that God saw that the light was good. And the reason why you know the Bible isn't a genuine book of real human history, because who would be standing there writing that? Literally, just ask yourself that question. When the serpent came down the tree, and because God cast Satan out, and it went to a serpent. When the serpent came down the tree and said to Eve, you most certainly will not die when you eat that apple. For God knows in the day of you eating that apple, that your eyes are bound to be open. Who the fuck is reading it? Like, who's writing that? When God said, let there be light, bear in mind, there was no sun in the sky. There was no sun. There was no solar energy. If you're saying that God represents solar energy in that story, then show me where that is in the scripture. Whoever was writing that would have to see God see the light was good. I would have to see your eyes looking at the light to know that you're saying, yes, it was good. So who the fuck was writing that down? And I can show you now that Catholicism is Islam. Islam is Christianity. They're all the same. It's one family. In ancient, I'm going to Egypt this year, but you go to the Temple of Kings and you have the cartouches of all the kings, their birth records, their death, marriages, what they used to eat. But let me get into the Muslim thing, because I found something in Islam that has absolutely hurt me to my core. I have to attend. It's a very important day for the Muslim. This is the phallus. This is what it's meant to represent. When you see this, it's just a shorter version. Okay? I can give you different angles and different views of it. They are shit. Look at this. Look at this shit. Look where the sun comes up in that quarter. But let me show you guys this. This is what hurt my soul about Islam. Because I actually have respect for Islam, or had respect for Islam. But then I'm noticing things like this, where it's talking about Muhammad's complexion, his arm. But we replied, this white man reclining on his arm. They referred to him as a white man. But that's not all. Because I'm saying I didn't think that God had a color. Wearing a red dress. Huh? What the fuck? Then the Prophet coming out wearing a holua, is a dress. And then look what it says after that. It says, it is as if I can see the whiteness of his shins. It's saying that he's wearing a dress. You see what I'm saying, Antifa? He's wearing a dress. Then the prophet came out wearing a dress, bruv. A red dress. What the fuck?
Yeah, it weren't for me.
And I saw the dust was covering the whiteness of his abdomen. This is talking about the Prophet Muhammad in Islam. Feel free. But before you join Islam, ladies, let me just make you know something. Men are in charge of women. That's the top line. I ain't even gone, not even 2 lines yet. By the right of what Allah has given. But those wives, oh, here we go now. This is the red lines. But those wives, from who you fear arrogance. First,
Muslims are so lucky, boy.
first, advise
You got the
them.
Muslims.
Hold on, bro. First,
Yeah, God.
advise them if they have a priest. Forsake them. Secondly, in bed. What does forsake? That means grape them, right? Forsake them in bed. What they're saying about the woman is
Big
you
up the
can,
Arabs.
you
Well
can bad
done.
her up fully.
Big up the Muslims and Islam, man. 2 billion and still growing.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, big up people who beat women.
What I
Your wife to forsake her in bed. Let's talk about that one.
To even
Fuck
they are
does that mean?
in Syria. They have beheaded, killed, tortured, prosecuted 100 Christians.
What about black people?
Good question. Go ahead.
What about black people?
What about them?
Oh wow.
Oh, it's not.
God is telling you that first of all, men are in charge of you. What the fuck? What Allah has given you has given one over the other what they will spend for their maintenance. So you're allowed to keep their wealth and beat them. I'm actually gonna bring this brother back up because I want to hear what.
Hey, suck your mum, boy. Hey, host, go look at your mum pussy.
Right back at you,
Hey,
bro.
you idol worshiper, disbeliever. Hey, you make your match, but I bet you're gonna drop me, you pussy, yo. In real life, you never talk to a Muslim like this. In real life, only on the internet behind your phone.
Okay.
Really?
You're a pussy in real life, bro.
Okay, bro.
Hey, listen, I know people that know you. You're a pussy in real life.
What do you know about me?
You're a victim.
What do
You're
your people know?
civilian.
What do your people know about me?
Listen, in your thing, you lot abuse your woman. Your females are going to hell, bro.
What do your people know about me, big man?
Hey, you don't even have a
Are you from Jamaica, big man? Where you from?
pussy, you know.
Why are you trying to act? What
Where you from? You from Montego Bay?
You lot are pussy. Real life pussy, yo.
Because man said something about Allah. Allah's just arm-led.
Suck your
I'm
mum.
saying, man, these men have to come
where's
up
your
and
dad,
defend
guys?
their book.
Let him go and come with the
Well,
foolishness.
it's funny though, because they're always trying to be us, man. Man, trying to talk like pastors.
Exactly.
Man. Why are you trying to be us, man?
That's game over
These
already.
agitators, man. These carbon copies in so many forms, man.
It's
I
game
got time
over
for them,
already.
bro.
Your mother's, hey, where's your father's at, guys? I know you guys don't have your real dads in your life.
See what I mean? Look,
Fatherless bastards. Tell us.
My man's on next.
Tell us more, you fatherless
Man
bastards.
said he had to go on a different.
Yeah.
Them talk.
And your mother's been around the bush. Huh? Your mother's had bare man in a pump.
Let him get it off his chest.
Yeah, bro. I've been getting.
Teach. This is this. I'm starting to think it's written in genome, bro.
Brother, it's gotta be.
Because
But
like
do you know why it's
we
bad,
can
though?
observe the code every single time, blood. Man had
Hey,
to
do you know why
come
it's
back.
bad
Remember?
though? Now, look whose picture he took. He took Leave Us Alone's picture, you know.
Yep. Imagine.
Leave Us Alone. He took your picture, you know.
He's gone to some great
That's
heights,
mad.
fam.